LSU has postponed their May commencement ceremonies, including the Veterinary School Law Center ceremonies, due to ongoing public health emergency. All graduating students will have the opportunity to participate in a future commencement ceremony. LSU Basketball ESPN staff writer Jeff Borzello released his way too early college basketball top 25 for next season and pegged LSU at number 18, writing that Will Wade's team could be absolutely loaded with the talent if it falls right. Of course, the people of Baton Rouge will have to wait and see what happens with the potential draft decisions of Javonte Smart, Trendon, Watford, and Emmitt Williams. All three could at least explore their options, and Skylar Mays is already out of eligibility. But if a couple of draft hopefuls return to school, the Tigers will have the pieces to push toward the top of the SEC standings once again. NBA Mark Cuban, the NBA is suspended indefinitely amid concerns of the coronavirus, but Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban is optimistic about a return within a couple of months. Though he noted the uncertainty, Cuban predicted the league will be back before June. There are more than a dozen players in the league that have tested positive for the COVID-19 virus, beginning with Utah center Rudy Gobert. Here's Cuban yesterday speaking on a Skype interview in Dallas on WFAA, talking about the way that the NBA has handled this.
I'm proud of Adam Silver. I'm proud of the NBA and the way we've reacted. I think we've led the way, and hopefully we'll lead the way out of this. I mean, no one has perfect information right now, and so all decisions are tough. But, if I had to guess based off the people I've talked to at the CDC and other places, I would say that, the over-under would be June 1st, and I'm taking the under. That hopefully by middle of May, we're starting to get back to normal, and the NBA is playing games, maybe not with fans, but we're playing games because sports plays such an important role. People want something to cheer for. People want something to rally around. People want something to be excited about. And if the Mavs and the NBA in general can get out there and start playing games in May so that they're on TV, I mean, sports is what we need right now, and I think sports will – I think we're coming together as a community, particularly in North Texas, but I think we need it, and I think the NBA is ready to play that role.
Look, I don't know about, like I said, I remain a bit hesitant about what's going to happen with college sports going forward into this next season just because there's way more moving parts. But theoretically, like when you look at the somewhat limited numbers of a professional sport, I mean, and maybe especially the NBA, where you're talking about 12 to 15 guys a team. And if there's no fans, does that pare down then the people that need to be at the stadium? I feel like Cuban's right. You could find ways of really quarantining these teams or keeping them out of contact with people as much as possible and then maybe getting these games going again. My question would be, would they finish the season? Because if you're a Pelicans fan, you waited the entire year to get to this point. You dealt with the hardest schedule in the NBA to get to the final portion where it was going to be the easiest. You're going to be set up to make that run. Remember, we hyped up that Kings game like it was the biggest Pelicans game in years, and then it never happened, and it maybe never will. But it would be sorely disappointing if Zion and this crew did not get a chance to push for that A seed here at the end.
NFL plans to stick with its original April 23rd through 25th draft schedule for this year's NFL draft. A recommendation from the league's general manager subcommittee to Commissioner Roger Goodell on Tuesday that it be moved back due to the COVID-19 pandemic. General managers are concerned that in this current environment with off-season activities and some teams' facilities closed, there won't be enough time for player physicals, gatherings, getting further verified information about the players, and some teams have to conduct the draft from home. Tom Brady yesterday was introduced as Tampa Bay Buccaneers' new quarterback. He handled the press conference on a conference call. Here he is opening it up.
It's an exciting moment for me in my life. Just entering something that's obviously very unique to me, as it's the first time it's happened in 20 years. So I'm kind of taking it day by day. And, the expectation for me is to come in and do what, I feel is, right for the organization. That's to be a great team player. And I'm going to try to do everything I can to get up to speed with all the things that I need to do and what my responsibilities are. I obviously have a ton of trust and respect for Coach Arians, for what Jason and what he's done to build the team and organization as is now. And, I'm thankful to the Glazer family to give me an opportunity. And as I said the other day, I look forward to meeting all my teammates and just doing everything I can to, for us to achieve what we set out.
More from Brady talking about his relationship with the head coach.
and playing quarterback for a long time, that's what I do is I watch film and I study and, I try to learn, I try to grow, I try to evolve every year. And, I've watched this offense over a long period of time with a lot of different quarterbacks have a lot of success. And it's a great offense for the quarterbacks, it's a great offense for the receivers, for the tight ends, for the running backs. There's been a lot of great players who have been a part of, working with Coach Arians. Again, for me, it's for me to come in and understand the things I got to learn to be successful within what we're all trying to do and, what we collectively do well. It's not about what one player does well, and great offenses aren't about one player. Great offenses are about every guy being on the same page and playing with confidence and anticipation.
One more from Brady about his time in New England.
No, I have a great deal of respect for, there's nobody who's been a bigger fan of the New England Patriots than me. I have nothing but total respect and love. I'm so grateful to Mr. Kraft and the organization and Coach Belichick and all the coaches and obviously all my teammates. It's been a lot of days responding to a lot of incredible text messages from my teammates, from former teammates, from just a lot of the great people I've got to meet over the years. And I have so many great relationships that, will be maintained. And, that's, I think, the greatest gift that football has brought me is the relationships that I've had with so many of the people I've worked with.
Yeah, Brady took the high road there.
Cam Newton.
Were you gonna?
I was trying to get your attention. The Carolina Panthers released quarterback Cam Newton. Team's number one selection back in 2011 on Tuesday. Newton, who continues to rehab from foot surgery, had a physical in Atlanta on Monday that was coordinated by the Panthers and his agency, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Those are your headlines. What's trending here on this Wednesday edition of Off the Bench.